right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Curveball. Today, I have one of my best friends and inspirations, Ashley, not Patton, but Starke. It's been a couple years, and I'm still adjusting to it.
Same.
You're still in my phone as Ashley Patton. I can't move it.
It's fine. It still works.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I've been so excited to have you on the podcast. Obviously, you are one of my favorite people in my life and one of the biggest people in my life. So I want to dig in a little bit more with you for the viewers and, we're my building viewers. But as you know, we're called Curveball. So I feel like since I have met you, almost like 7 years ago, the amount of growth that I've seen and all of the different, not even a bunch of different avenues, because you stay on those same avenues, but you just insert more. And it's been really awesome to watch and to be a part of and watch your growth and your success. But also like being on the inside and knowing what we were just talking about before we started filming, the ups and the downs of entrepreneurship. So if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself. I know her as like a powerhouse entrepreneur that literally does not stop. And what people don't realize about you is you have a law degree. Like, you are an attorney. So it's so funny because every time I say, oh, let me ask Ashley for some legal advice, they're like, Ashley was an attorney? I'm like, yes.
Yes, for a hot minute. Yeah, definitely moved from that path pretty quickly after law school, but I kind of realized I didn't want to be at a law firm, and then met my current husband, only husband. I don't know why I said current.
He'll love that.
Yeah,
He'll love that answer. He'll be like, I knew it, Ash.
And he's an entrepreneur, so
serial entrepreneur.
Yeah. More than me. I couldn't do what he does. And he kind of inspired me to open up my first business. So,
which is
Posh blowdry bar, which has kind of made its way to being like a big wedding vendor.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd be in the wedding
in
industry.
Vogue, and like we've been everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I say we because I am a part of this. Like those girls, actually my hair is up right now because it's wash day. Should have called the girls.
Yes, you
Ashley is the reason the hair is hairing and the skin is skinning usually. She'll get that she'll get to that one. But yeah, so you started Posh.
Yeah.
But also when you were an attorney, so you played college basketball too. So that's another reason why she and I are really good friends. Not that I played college basketball, but I did play basketball. But we're both.
But we love sports.
Yeah, we love sports. We love going to sporting events together and all of the things. But so you had, because originally you wanted to be, what was the role, district attorney for college sports, right? Is that what you wanted?
So I wanted to be and do athletic compliance.
That's what
so
it was.
I did
Okay.
athletic compliance through law school at UMKC.
Yes.
Realized if I wanted to stick with that, I'd have to move all around the country, and I'm a big family person. I didn't really want to do that and kind of be by myself everywhere. I feel like you kind of have to either already have someone in your life that can go with you or be okay being alone for a bit, because I have friends who are still in that realm. One of my best, friends from doing athletic compliance, he's now at K-State.
Oh yeah, we met him at Big 12.
Yeah, he's a senior.
I had met him, but we saw him.
Senior assistant AD or of compliance. I don't even know his
Long title.
All I know is he has gotten up there, but he has been at 5 schools since we left UMKC. So,
and you're not that old, so it's
but but
that's a lot of
to
moving
him because I couldn't have done it.
He was down south first, I think, or recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I mean, I could definitely see you in that space just because, like,
I would have loved it.
Yeah,
but
and you
I
have
think
like a
it's
demand presence, and you would have been
yeah.
great at it. But I feel like obviously life took you. That could be your curveball, right? Like meeting Jordan and him, like, kind of inspiring this, because I feel like you guys are kind of building like an empire here, and it's so awesome to be just like in a passenger seat and watch you guys do it. And I've been so grateful to like even be able to confide in you guys, during my entrepreneurial journey. But so you you decided no on that.
Yeah.
Started Posh, and then I feel like it just keeps going.
Yeah, started Posh. Jordan ended up investing into the med spa with my parents.
Which is why the skin is skinning, okay?
I just recently started taking that over. My mom's wanting to take a step back, so I, full-time with Posh. I was part-time with Bear, now full-time with Bear. Then opened a tanning salon.
Yeah.
Trying to get all the beauty realms downtown just because there's not a lot of places for people to go who live downtown.
Yeah.
While I'm doing that, Jordan has his stuff. I'm trying to help him with his stuff if I can.
But you help him with his stuff, like Fresh Karma, and
yeah.
I mean, you're pretty involved.
Yeah, I did HR for a good almost a year. And
Yeah.
then once we hit so many employees, I was like, okay, no, I can't. I have no time for this.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, they needed someone who was, educated for it. I mean, I can do HR, but small business HR.
Right.
When you start getting into the nitty-gritty things, you definitely need someone who's full-time just doing that.
Yeah, because that's a literal full-time job.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's been like crazy to see that even. Oh my gosh, that I will never forget. We love our sushi, our blue sushi specifically. I'll never forget the day like Fresh Karma, like it opened and went full-fledged. And we were just like sitting there just waiting for Jordan, who never came because it was so crazy busy. So that's been really crazy to see that growth in the last year. But yeah, I mean, of all of the businesses that I wouldn't even say dabbled, but because you're not dabbling, like you're literally doing it and successful at it. Of all of them that you are in, what do you think is the most fun for you? Like what lights your fire?
I think what the most fun is being able, like, kind of self-taught hair, like bridal hair stylist, I guess. There was a point in time where we had some turnover at Posh, and they needed help. So I asked the girls to teach me. I watched a lot of videos, and then I've been doing, weekend weddings for several years now.
I know. I feel like every time I ask you to do something on the weekends, you're like, I have a wedding. I'm like, all right, well.
But it's so fun. I love it. I love to be in the room with all the bridesmaids and the bride. I mean, 99% we have, very happy, excited people.
I hope so. Except for your other husband, your current.
Yeah. We get like maybe one or two little instances, but it's usually not it's not anything towards us. It's just people are just stressed. It's their wedding day.
Timelines and all the things.
But it's fun. And it gets me out of the house on a Saturday morning, whether I'd probably just be sleeping in.
Yeah. Some of your girls did makeup for my sister's wedding and did great. And I use Posh for literally everything, hair, makeup. Anytime I have a shoot, should have used them today for my hair, but we didn't have time. Yeah, I mean, I almost like I could have answered that or guessed that for you because I feel like it's that place where I see you and you're just like happy. Yeah. And I feel like your girls are happy. And I said this yesterday to someone because we did like an interview thing. And as you know, happy employees are the best employees. And I feel like working under you, like I see it when I'm in, but you're such like a good boss to them. And I feel like you receive anything that they like need to speak on or request or anything.
Yeah. I think it's the answer for me only too is because I can't do the services at Bear.
Yeah.
I can't go in the tanning bed with, you know what I mean? Though it's like
you walk someone to the tanning bed.
I like to do the service that my business is doing too.
Yeah.
And whether I'm
very hands-on.
Yeah.
Literally.
I would love to be if I could, but I can't inject. I can't do facials. I can't do any of that. So
yeah. You doing the hair cracks me up. I'm like, is there something you can't do? Like she's an attorney, she's a hairstylist. Like
hey, you should have seen me before.
Almost a professional pickleballer. Like
I used to not be able to do my hair and makeup. I don't like to look at those pictures.
I feel like how many times have I asked you to do my hair?
Yeah.
Like Ash, can you just put my hair?
But also, I think that was another reason why I wanted to open Posh is because like I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I played basketball in college. I hardly wore makeup. Did my hair. I mean, it was always in a bun.
Which has been my life a lot lately. Posh turns how old?
10.
10 this year? Is it in May or when is it?
April 9th.
Oh, wow. We're filming. This will come out later, but this will come out after. So, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was this month. 10 years. What are we doing for it? Are we having a birthday party for it?
So instead of like doing a birthday party, we're doing like a spa crawl for the
yeah.
residents.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think we'll have like 30, 40 people and just come in. And it's not just posh. They'll go from posh to bear to district, but kind of
The corner of Ashley's world. I love when I make all 3 pit stops. I'm like leaving one to Ashley's, to the other, of Ashley's to the other. So we did talk a little bit about Jordan and you guys kind of working together. Uh-huh. My parents work together as well. Tell me about that dynamic. Is that fun?
I would say it's fun most of the time, yes. There are times when we both kind of butt heads a little bit. But I think we both we respect each other so much that it's not like ever like a fight. It's just like, maybe you should like think about doing it this way instead. And I think if it's your business, like even though, I he's my husband, so technically, Posh is technically his too.
Right.
It's just like my baby. So anytime he has like a criticism, not like even like a bad one, but like something that I should probably listen to because he's a lot smarter at business than I am. It just like gets you and you just want to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. But then, I take it to heart. And
he does know what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
We get a little sensitive about our babies.
We do.
I mean, as we should.
Yes, especially because, you're the one that's putting the time and the effort, but you also have to realize that seeing it from an outside perspective also helps because, he just has like a weird mind that I couldn't comprehend.
Well, that's why I feel like there's been times where I ask him to happy hour and it's just he and I, and like we talk and then you meet us and it's like, I love being able to ask him questions and like him being so open to asking or me asking questions. God bless him. Literally, poor guy. I need to get him like a big old gift at the end of the year. But for all my questions and all my time that I've spent with him. Do you have advice for people that want to start a business or, I think you have different types of businesses, whether it's a service or a product to be sold. Like what kind of advice would you give to a wannabe entrepreneur?
Yeah. I think right now, it's find like a niche that hasn't been tapped. I feel like opening up a business that there's 5 or 6 of close by is not always a great. Even you could be the best at what you do, but finding
someone's gonna be cheaper though.
Someone's gonna be cheaper. Someone's been going to this place for so long. It's gonna be really hard to get those people to come over. So, for us, we opened Blow Dry Bar in Kansas City when I think there was one other one on the plaza. But now we're the only one in downtown Kansas City that's a true blow dry bar. But even then, we had to pivot to be wedding because that's where I saw where the money was going. So I think being able to pivot, being able to see what you thought that you would be doing, even though you might be pivoting to in the same realm, it's not going to be the exact thing that you probably started out with because the world is changing.
Ever evolving.
Yes. Now, there's beauty bars popping up all over the place. So, for us, it's definitely making sure that, you keep your staff educated with the trends and, you market as much as you can, word of mouth. I don't know, just, making sure everything goes right because we have so much more competition now.
That word of mouth is strong too.
Yes.
Yeah. And then being that you guys have a million businesses, I feel like that you're running right now. I don't know. How many is it?
Jordan has
other panel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4, but multiple.
Yeah. So he has multiple of
it's
some of
4
them.
umbrellas is what we should say. Yeah.
Yes. And then I have 3 that I'm.
Yeah. So a lot. So with all of that going on, I know, and some people may know, but you guys still manage to find like ways to be social and enjoy your life. Like your social life is so busy. I think I texted you Monday and it was your only available night of the week. And we live like a block and a half apart. So it's like, where do we find free time? You know, like how do you prioritize like saying, hey, if I'm going to continue on, I need to set this time. Like you are really good at making sure you touch like every person around you that it, you know, makes you feel good, fills your cup up. Like how do you manage that?
I'm really bad at saying no because I want to be there for my friends. Like,
right.
I mean, I feel like having to say no to you on Monday was really hard, but I was already
so
in my
good.
pajamas.
I fell asleep so early too.
I was in my pajamas at 5:15 because I was tired.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing when you're tired is another thing. Like making sure that you take time to, at least for me, like working out.
Yeah.
Helps me stay energized.
You're a big Pilates girly now. She left me in the hit world.
I did. Working out, I mean, keeps me energized. You know, not working myself to death if I can. I mean, I take breaks. So like I'll work in the morning, take a, you know, lunch break, and then work again in the afternoon, take a break and do something with my friends, but then, you know, work again before bed. I don't.
LOL, because what are working hours as a, yeah, I know.
As you know. I mean, today I technically took a day off. I didn't get out of bed today till noon. First time, and I don't know how long.
Good for
but
you.
I was still working.
Well, yeah, you had your laptop, and I already know. You didn't have to tell me that.
I think it's just, for me, I prioritize hanging out with my girlfriends or, you know, my husband, things like that, because it makes me happy. And I feel like that in turn makes my work life better too, because I'm not mad that I'm working and I don't get to do things.
Yeah, because when you get head down too much, I know I do. I'm like, oh my God.
But sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
But then,
me tonight, I have to prep my taxes. Nobody call me or text me after this.
Gosh. Yeah, no. That's perk of being married is like, here you go, honey. Take it.
I am hiring for a husband, so you could also be my accountant. Funny, I actually dated an accountant forever, so
he's just better at the numbers, and he has someone that takes care of his stuff. So I'm just handed that over.
Chloe doesn't do my taxes. My cat, she won't. She's like, I'm just gonna sit here and look pretty and let you buy everything in my life.
Yeah,
really need to work on that. But yeah, no, I mean, next time don't tell me no. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I'm so glad you told me no because I ended up going to bed too. But
we have this too, so this is our catch up.
I know. This is our catch up. We need I need to start getting like tea cups and what's the tea? But any other curveballs that I haven't mentioned that you think are significant in your life that have changed the trajectory in a positive way?
Yeah, I think for us, we're in a time in our life where, you know, we've been trying to have a baby, things like that. So I feel like you might not see it now, but I feel like in the near future, we might start pulling back on things so that we have time to do that and spend more time, you know, as a family that we hope to have. So, you know, we've made conversation. It was like, okay, well, what's, you know, the lease is up in this business, or, you know, how can we consolidate and make things easier for all of us? So there might be changes in the future, but I don't know what they're going to be. But I feel like that's going to be definitely a curveball once, hopefully, we get pregnant.
A new readjustment, yeah.
Yes. Because, I mean, right now it's been work for, I mean, I've known Jordan since I was 24.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 36. So...
yeah,
I feel like this is going to be like a new chapter in our lives.
As long as I've known you, you guys work every single day. So, yeah, that will be a very new chapter, and I'm excited to hopefully experience that chapter with you. And I'm sure your family is looking forward to that. And I'm laughing because you saying your mom wanted to step away from Bear. Yeah. What's she doing? I feel like I haven't even seen her since she stepped away. That woman is gallivanting around the world. She said goodbye. I'm traveling the world. Good for her.
They're going somewhere this weekend. It's their 32nd wedding anniversary on Friday. Yeah.
Wow. I'll have to text them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I know.
Where are they going? Do you know? Oh, you said somewhere.
I can't remember what she told me.
Good for her. 32
I
years.
know.
My parents will be 35 years in June. That's just so crazy.
I know.
You and Jordan have been together, I feel like, that long.
Yeah, 12 years.
Just married for 2.
Yep.
Almost. 2 in May. That is so crazy. Oh my God. Guys, she got married in Italy. Can we talk about that for a second, please? Oh my gosh. So this was hands down the most insane wedding I know I'll ever go to in my life. And it was just like, it was like being in Bridgerton-esque, but in Cirque du Soleil in Italy. It was like the most insane thing. And I will say, like, you planned that wedding for what, a year and a half, or I said we got engaged. We got engaged in on close to Valentine's Day because you guys were getting ready to leave to go to Italy. And then
I think it was February of 22 we got engaged.
Yeah, because the wedding was 23.
But we had already booked like the venue and I had already started.
It was the most like insane. She was like, "Oh yeah, we're not engaged yet, but I definitely have." They had the venue. It was not. It was Jordan's idea.
He picked it out. So
it was absolutely Jordan's idea.
It was a point where we knew we were gonna get married. We were just busy, and we're like, "Oh, we'll just wait for the right time." But as everyone knows, there's never the right time when you have businesses. So I think it was a conversation of 2. We want to start a family at some point. We should probably get the ball rolling, or else we probably would have just been blissfully happy, still unmarried now.
Literally, still coming to Taco Tuesday, and So this wedding was so crazy though. Like you had to plan an entire wedding from across the world or across the pond. What was that like? I mean, I know, but
it was difficult. A little bit.
Like you went a couple times, so I still feel like you did that blindly. And that's like...
Yeah, I did. But
wild.
Also I knew that I'm such a type A person that if I wanted to actually enjoy the process, I needed planners who were like, I was like, give me 4 options. I want 4 options of place settings or 4 options of this or, and I'll pick. Just here's my vibe. Here's like the colors I want. Here's a couple of inspo pics, and then you guys run with it. And they did an amazing job.
Oh my God. It was like everywhere. Like I feel like my first time Italy's amazing, but my first time in Barcelona, I was just like looking at every building, like, oh, and that's how I felt at your wedding. I was like, oh my God, look over there. Look at that. Yeah. Like, what do you think the highlight, what besides like obviously getting married, but like, what was the highlight of all of the literally theatrics, honestly?
Yes, the theatrics were for Jordan. He was absolutely.
He wanted to come in on a camel.
He wanted a lot of things, and we compromised.
There was no camel, guys. There was no camel.
I don't think they would have allowed a camel at the venue, but
he was so serious about that for months.
Yes, he definitely wanted his entrance. He got a lot of things though.
If anybody,
I think our wedding planner was kind of not like shocked, but I would say confused and whenever he goes, I just want the craziest things that you guys can have, like what we can have. Give me ideas. And so of course they went back to our entertainment people that we hired, and they came back with some crazy things. And
still no camel.
No,
poor guy.
We did get
was it a giraffe or a camel? Which one did he want?
I think it was a camel, or an elephant, maybe. I don't know.
It was not an elephant, but that would have been insane. Imagine like him coming on a boat with a damn elephant. Oh, there's Jordan.
I know.
You're like, I do. But what was your favorite?
I don't know. I feel like I loved everything.
Oh no, I literally loved everything, but I didn't know. And
I feel like such a brat saying that, and I feel very blessed saying that. Like,
there's no way to sound like a brat.
I have no regrets. Well, I just know, like, there's some people who are like, oh, I wish I would have done this differently, or I wish I would have done that. And I honestly, I would do it again, tomorrow.
Can we?
Yeah. And it's amazing that my husband feels the same exact way, because it was kind of a surprise party for him. So he
did say that. He was like, whoa, this is really cool, actually. I walked up to you guys like right after the ceremony when we walked into the reception, and he was like, "This is insane. Ashley did so good." That was literally iconic. I feel like there's no other word other than iconic. But I mean, that's happened the last 2 years. Your businesses have boomed. You've gotten married. Hopefully, starting a family. Is there anything that you feel like you've accomplished a lot, but like, is there anything you feel like you hope besides starting a family? I know that's your number one priority that you want for yourself and Jordan or family. Anything at all that like you want to add to that? Because I hate when people are like, "What's your goal for the next 5 years?" And I'm like, I like the unknown, and I love that. So I hate that question, and I'm giving it to you.
Honestly, I really don't know.
Could be personal, could be business. Besides the babies, we want babies.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to like pivot with some of the businesses. There are ideas that I have to make things better, or kind of change things up a little bit. But those are like in the very like beginning works of things. I don't know. I just hope that I can take a little step back, but also not too much, because I don't think I could ever be retired.
I can't imagine you as a retiree.
No.
I really can't.
I love having employees and helping them grow.
I feel like I can see babies in office with
yeah.
you. Yeah. No, and I was going to ask you like what inspires you in the workplace, but I literally almost feel like it's watching your team grow. Mm-hmm. Like there's one thing about Ashley, and you said it to me one time, and not that I agree, because I want my girls to grow with me forever and never leave me. I'm like, Kasten, don't leave. I told her the other day she needs to marry me, so I know she can't leave me. But the one thing you told me that I thought was so awesome and like just pure powerhouse leader was you want to be a stepping stone for them to be like their top, self. And I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I know that at least for Posh, Bear, it's different. I mean, that's more of, I would say like long term.
Yeah.
Posh, I mean, we're a lot of people stepping stones to starting their own hair or makeup freelance business.
Which is insane, because she's just like, I don't mind you're going to be in the same area, but like you're still promoting them and helping them, and it's.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give back to them. They help me with my business. I want to help them with theirs. I always tell my girls, like I want you to leave this. I want to have you leave on a good note. Yeah. So like, how can we do that? Like, I don't want you to be afraid to come to me and be like, okay, this is my idea. Like, I have a business. I would love to help you get yours started. And one of my best friends worked for me at Posh. She has her own makeup business, and she's killing it. And, we send each other brides all the time.
Yeah, very collaborative. I feel like I'm telling you, if I didn't do what I did, I'd probably try to learn to do hair just to work at Posh. I'm like, Ash seems like the best boss. I'm like, I need to take some notes, honestly. Kasten's probably like, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but I'm not. No. So I feel like there's just so much that you and I have done and experienced together in the last 7 years. And we've talked so much about family and business, but you and I going back to sporting events, we've done so much. Actually, we've collaborated a lot, with my business and your business, but we've done and bringing athletes and whatnot into, and even some of my business employees, my business clients into not merging, but collaborating with your businesses. But let's talk sports for a while.
Yeah.
Who's beating who one-on-one? Not me and you and Jordan.
Oh, me.
Back in peak days.
Oh, he would kill me probably.
You think? I wish I could have seen Jordan play ball.
I never saw him play either, but I heard he was really good until he tore everything in his knee. So
that'll do it.
Yeah.
I still think you will do it. I think you take the cake on that.
I think now for sure. I don't know about back then, but
are there leagues? There are leagues.
Mm-hmm.
We should go. We've always talked about that. We should go shoot around somewhere. Is there
I used
anywhere
to play in a women's league, but then everyone got
competitive.
pregnant, and then I was the only one standing.
It's like everyone's just
Yep, dropping like flies. The older you get as a female, you lose a lot of your teammates, and I'm like, I can't play with the younger girls.
Speaking of losing teammates, did you see Lo's story the other day?
Her dog?
Yeah, but did you see the story first? It was an oven, and it said, Roger and I have some news to share in the morning.
Oh.
And everyone and their
Thought they were
dog
pregnant.
sent me that, like either screenshot or via DM. Like they would send it to me, and they're like, "Is Lo pregnant?" And I'm like, one, there's no way she would have told me.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that in season.
Yeah, and,
No,
and
I'm just kidding.
two, I'm like, she's not gonna tell you guys. She's telling you that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh gosh.
Did she do that?
No, it wasn't even April Fool's. I was like, I literally thought she was setting it up for an April Fool's Day.
I love
thing.
that they got a dog though. Is it a rescue dog? I feel like it is.
Yeah,
because that's them.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause they did have their pit bull, and then Ashley has. Speaking of dogs, has 3 Pomeranians.
Yeah.
They are her life. They are so damn cute. We got Georgie, Penny, and oh my God,
Pablo.
Pablo is the one that I love, and Jordan is. Jordan's
He's
like
a little brat, but it's okay.
Any sporting events that you're going to this weekend or next weekend? Actually, let me reframe
I
that
just
question.
went to the current game.
I was about to say, obviously, Chiefs games are fun, but we bring up Lo because Lo, she's kind enough to sponsor Lo for multiple things on the posh side and bear side of things, and Lo is,
I
obviously works
feel
with me.
like on that, I feel like a lot of women in sports don't get enough sponsorships from like beauty stuff.
No, they don't.
Like,
They don't.
and so I love being able to be that.
And then I feel like all the girls come to you guys now. So Ashley, like me, has formed a relationship with these girls, and we went for 2 years in a row now to the home opener together. I know we love Chiefs games and we love our Chiefs guys. Shout out to my boys. But how much fun are the current games?
They're amazing. They're so much fun. I think it makes it even more amazing that it's like it's their stadium, because I mean, they'd still be great if they played, at the same
At Sporting.
They'd still be great. I mean, their team's amazing, but I think the atmosphere of it being their home stadium dedicated just to them makes it even more special.
And also there's the other element of now you see these girls so often and you have this personal relationship. So like seeing these girls just dominate and being able to cheer them on, like the ones that you see and know on the field and you're watching them succeed. There's that whole other element that adds to like the thrill of watching them. Speaking of bringing back Posh again, they did the hair and makeup for all the media days, huh? God, those girls look fire too. Yeah. And they were feeling themselves.
Yeah, we did the media day, and then we also did their teal kit branding,
which was so good. That shoot was so good. I texted. I obviously being in the space, like I got to know the owners of Current, the majority owner, and I texted him the other day when I was on a flight out to LA because I had talked to the owner of the Houston Dash, and part of that team is, well, he's a minority owner, but the majority again is up for sale again, the Houston Dash, and they're struggling with like ticket sales and all the things. And I was texting him and I was like, the Current, I was like, what you guys have built for, and I know a lot of it comes from the girls, but I mean, what they have built for access and just the marketing that they've put into these girls is so incredible. Like being at those games, I mean, I feel like it's a miniature Arrowhead. Like the energy is so good, and I feel like being even just a small part of it, representing Lo, and getting to see that type of energy, and just like you said, that teal kit, like them hiring you guys for the hair and makeup, like they're investing in that, and it's
making them feel great. I mean,
yes,
I feel like you could see after we've done hair and makeup for anyone. I mean, you just feel better, and you can kind of see that.
Yeah, and it's so reflective. And I think the city has done a really good job of building up the girls. I was looking and like the KC Current has almost the same amount of followers as Sporting KC. Sporting's been around a lot longer.
I think too that whether it's, you know, the current back office or just the players in general, they've made themselves like accessible. Mm-hmm. They're approachable. You kind of feel like you know them more than you would a lot of other players on a lot of
And I think teams. Social media adds a different, you know, level to that. Like there's such a height in social media and Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, I mean, that's been so cool. I'm kind of getting off on a little tangent here, but it is cool because like you and I, as former female athletes and still getting to work with them in some capacity, it's so amazing to see that and be a part of that in the city. And you and I both are very passionate about our Kansas City teams in general. Like we go to Chiefs games together, we go to Royals games together, Sporting, Current, like, so it's so cool to see all of this, like, and then getting to like work with it, both of us together. Yeah. It's so fun, like being good friends and being close together in a workspace. It's super fun. So I've been so proud and so thankful to be not only your friend, but around you in the workspace to where I can learn from you and be inspired by you. So I am absolutely so grateful for you. And I'm so happy that I get to continue to see you grow. I just, God, I do. I love you so much. But Ashley's also so funny because being Italian, and you know what? You're Mexican. So Mexican.
I know.
People are also very lovey-dovey, but I'm like always like Ashley hugging her and she's just not a hugger. So I'm like, I feel like force her to hug me now. And I still, even this afternoon.
I feel like I'm better.
You are. I made her hug me again. As I hugged her today, I was like, I know she hates that, but I am just over caring. No, I'm like, I'm just going to force myself on her.
It's okay. I get over it. I don't know.
You know, when you see Mama and Papa Cap, they don't care. Oh,
I know.
They're like, come here, baby. Come here.
I feel like it makes me more emotional. So
being around the family members that are. Your family is too. Your mom's always hugging.
I know. I don't know why I've been like this.
You're like, uh-huh.
Yeah. I think growing up playing sports, I felt like I had to be so tough, and I feel like it just like stuck. But
I still feel like you are tough though, but like the nicest tough person. It's like you get to talking to her and you're like, wow, you're really nice.
Yeah, I think it's funny because if I think my employees have seen me cry like one time and everyone's like, oh my gosh, what happened?
I think I've seen you cry twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to cry. I think I feel like I should show more emotion. I'm working on that too myself. I'm working on it, but
I try not to show emotion, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, and I think it's also like being a business owner. It's like I feel like
you have to be the tough one.
Yeah, we can't really show that much emotion because it affects our employees. It affects those around us. I mean,
100%. I cried in front of Kasten, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. And she was like, yeah, but it's real. Like, it's okay. And I was like, I mean, it lasted like all of 3 seconds, but
but I was like, it's how we feel though. And I think it's been ingrained in us too. Like, we're women, we're not supposed to be emotional. So
yeah, because we're looked at crazy every time we are emotional. We're like, we knew she was crazy. Like, just a little, got that little feistiness in us. Well, Ash, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Again, proud of you. So excited to see where I hope the next few months take you, and I'm praying that you get everything you want. And I'm always one of your biggest cheerleaders. I won't say the biggest because I feel like Jordan will knock me on the head, but one of your biggest cheerleaders. And I just appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm so grateful you had me on this today. It was fun to get to catch up.
Thank you.
Felt like a little conversation.
Yeah, it was like our little catch up. All we needed was our blue sushi. Shout out Blue.
And a martini.
I probably would have went for the marg.
True.
Thank you. Mark. Yeah, with one jalapeno because not too spicy. Actually, real quick before we sign off, this is like a fun little footnote. Remember when we went to Puerto Rico for my birthday, my 30th?
I could have killed you.
Multiple times on that trip.
Well, you turn 30 and then you get heartburn when you have too many jalapenos. But
did.
somebody wouldn't stop ordering them.
I literally had heartburn so bad that I couldn't even order anything else or literally eat anything. And then I'm like, but I'll take one more spicy margarita. And she went, you have got to stop. This is why you're getting this. Like, this is why. And then also you almost killed me when we did the algae canoe trip.
Oh my gosh.
I was so set on that.
It was beautiful, but I'll never do it again.
Wait, I have to laugh about it because you guys, I have to paint this picture. And as we say, this is the Italian goodbye. I just said goodbye to you guys to sign off, and then I do one more thing. But oh my God, I have to paint this picture. It was our friend Tashayla and Ashley in one of the canoes. Canoes, kayak, what's the difference?
I think.
Is it the same thing? I don't know. Whatever. We Google
I'm sure
this at the end of it.
Someone will tell us.
Someone's going to correct us. But they're in one, and because I'm a third wheel, well, not really, but I went with the instructor. And so, like, I'm behind him, and I just can't figure out his pace and his routine. So I'm like, come on, guys. And I'm like putting no work into it.
You're just like sitting there.
But when I did try, I was tired. But they are like in a full, they said it was like a mile and a half, like full 3 miles that we had to.
Yeah, so it was fine going the way there. But on the way home, we're like going upstream, and Shayla and I are just like dying. Like, I'm cursing. And then here you come just floating by.
I'm like, hey guys, that was so cool. And I get in the bus. We're soaking wet. We're all cold.
I don't think I talked for like 30 minutes.
She goes, I just need like 30 minutes. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you were going to murder me. I was just on cloud 9. I was like, I've been wanting to do that my whole life.
I mean, it was beautiful. It was the bioluminescent bay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And they like would stick to you.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, well, on that note, trying to kill me and me being blissfully unaware. Like, that was like the perfect word for me. Blissfully unaware. I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da, this is so cool. Ashley and Tashayla.
Oh, yes. I was sore for days.
I had no idea. No idea what that was
okay.
like. Oh, so yeah, we have experienced a lot together, and I hope to continue forever. I love you, and I'm proud of you. Thank you for being on. And I hope all of you guys subscribe and listen to Ashley, her story, and learn more, and follow her, and Posh, and Bear, and District, and Fresh Karma, and follow them all.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.